This is the story of Shaco, the Demon Jester. In the oldest corners of Runeterra, where candlelight barely reaches and forgotten castles crumble into dust, there is a name spoken only in whispers. Shaco. No one knows exactly where he came from. And perhaps that is the most terrifying part of all. Long ago, in a distant kingdom now lost to history, a young prince lived in sorrow and solitude. To comfort the child, royal craftsmen built him a puppet unlike any other. A jester doll with painted eyes, bright garments, and a permanent grin stretched across its face. It danced when strings were pulled, bowed to its master, and filled silent halls with mockery and laughter. The prince adored it. Wherever he went, the puppet followed in empty chambers and cold corridors. It became his only companion. But joy does not live forever in royal courts. One dreadful night, tragedy struck the palace. Some say assassins slipped through the gates. Others claim madness consumed the royal family from within. By morning, the halls were soaked in blood. The servants were gone, and the prince had vanished without a trace. Only the jester doll remained. It stood motionless in the ruined nursery, smiling wider than before. Then, when frightened guards returned with torches and steel, the puppet was gone. The doors had never opened, the windows were sealed shut. Yet muddy footprints, small and twisted, led into the darkness beyond the castle walls. After that night, strange tales spread across the land. Merchants traveling lonely roads heard childish laughter behind them, only to find no one there. Hunters discovered trails lined with traps made from toys and sharpened blades. Villagers awoke to bells ringing outside their homes. And by sunrise, someone had disappeared. Those who claimed to see the creature described the same nightmare. A thin figure in motley colors, moving like a dancer, with knives glinting beneath moonlight and eyes full of cruel delight. They called him Shaco, the Demon Jester. Shaco does not kill for conquest. He does not seek riches, kingdoms, or revenge. To him, death is performance, fear is music, and suffering is comedy. He stalks his victims with patience, setting traps where they feel safest. He appears behind them when they swear they are alone. He strikes, vanishes, then returns only to laugh as panic takes hold. Some say he can split into copies of himself, turning one terror into many others. Claim he leaves jack-in-the-boxes in his wake, harmless until they spring open with deadly force. No matter the story, one thing remains true. Shaco never stops smiling. Even demons can be reasoned with, monsters can be slain. But Shaco is something worse. He plays. And every traveler on a dark road, every child who hears bells at midnight, every warrior who laughs too soon, may already be part of his next joke. So if one night you hear laughter in the dark, do not turn around. Because if Shaco has found you, The punchline has already begun.